That one GT3 is starting way out of order.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Alright, that GT3 is making his way through. That's good. Alright, we gotta be prepared for anything, because it is...
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Alright, let's be clean, guys. Mostly clean, mostly clean.
Clear on the left.
I don't know what happened to Dozer, though. He just got a slow start. But Electric just moved up like crazy.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Look at us GT4 sticking with some GT3s. Granted, they're in some traffic, but... Not trying to make any crazy moves right now. I'm just trying to stay clean. With the pack spread out. Fight for first later on. Oh, oh, oh. That's getting a little sideways. We got the run coming out of that corner, but I don't know how the Alpine is on straight line speed. I'm imagining not quite as good as an Aston. He's defending the inside. Oh, he knows I'm not going to pass him. So we are not going to win any drag races in this thing. God, that Mercedes. There's an intimidating grille when it's taking up your entire rearview mirror. Oh, we're going wide. Got the Audi back there trying to make it up through the
Yellow flag,
through the pack. Oh, yellow flag. Oof.
There's a slow car up ahead.
Man, there was must have been a big
Car
accident.
on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that Audi go.
Clear on the right.
Oh, this is gonna... Oh, Audi, what are you... Yeah, I think that was on the Audi. He moved across. Although, I mean... Yeah, I don't... Mercedes maybe could have backed out to let him by, but... Mercedes had the racing run. Oh. Alright, we got... Shit. That's gonna give Dozer the run. Yeah. There's really not a way to enforce yellows unless you have like live stewarding, I guess, right? Oh.
Brother mate, this is
What's up, WX? I haven't seen your name in a while, bud. How are things going? Dozer!
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, I thought he was going to pull it off. What am I doing? Alright, we should be safe from GT3s for a bit, I think. That one Audi might catch back up, but... Good, man. You didn't really miss much for a while, because I don't know if you were ever like involved in Discord or anything, but the game was broken for, God, probably an entire month. You'd randomly crash crossing, or the game would randomly crash crossing the finish line, and then
clear on the left.
And then they put out a patch to fix it, and all that did was make it worse. And it took them like another week to actually fix the issue. Now it's in the best shape it's been in. What wheel did you get? Oh, because you had the Thrustmaster, the TX that you were trying to repair. I remember that.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Nice. Yeah, TX is a good wheel. You just make sure to do the forced fan mode to help keep it cool, and that thing will work very well. That's what I had before this wheel. Put some pressure on this Mercedes.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
The GT4 field's sticking pretty close. You can see about 6 cars behind me. Those are coming in hot.
Car on the right.
Think we can claim the inside here.
Clear on the right.
There we go. Alright. Save replay. Might be able to get the whole race up until then. Be cool for some shots. EXD somehow making it through his beamer. Holy shit. You stop looking in my rearview mirror so much. Alright, electric is taking off. There's like electric yellow Aston Martin. Let's see if now that we're out of traffic, if we can keep up with them. No, save replays work, and they actually record longer now. They're not like full races, but a lot of times you can get like 5 or 6 laps out of them. They did the 1.8 physics update. I don't know if you had driven since then. So some cars, like the Aston on Xbox, is now usable and really good. This Alpine is now usable and really good. It doesn't just snap oversteer everywhere. Curbs are less dangerous. The pop-in's been improved by not really getting rid of it, but just changing it to fade in, texture fade in instead of pop in. So like I said, the game is probably in the best state it's ever been on Series X. The only issues are very minor ones, like sometimes the little race timer at the top will disappear and then it comes back on its own, but spectator mode still doesn't work. correctly, it half works. But there's actually another league doing a test race. Driver swaps are technically possible now. It takes some work to set up, but and it's not officially supported. It's sort of people noticing new options in the servers and messing with them and figuring it out. There's a new community manager that they just hired, and the guy actually plays the game and is very involved.
Gaining on the car, heading sector 1. Well done, mate. Your fastest lap so far.
So, bright future. I am planning on moving to PC soon. We're waiting for... I was like dead set on getting the new AMD graphics card, and then now there's issues with its cooling, where the thing overheats and has to throttle back. AMD's acknowledged it, but hasn't said that they've 100% fixed it, so kind of in limbo, because I don't need... When the game was broken, that was when I was like, you know what, I'm going to PC. I wanted to in 2023 at some point, but might as well start buying stuff now. And then, luckily, I've only bought a CPU. But with the graphics card issues and prices and stuff right now, I'm not in a crazy hurry with the way the game's working right now. But PC was always the plan. It was just setting aside a tiny bit each month for the past like year and a half, and I was like I could have bought an okay PC setup back then, but I was like, I want to just do a nice one right out the gate and future-proof myself, because I know if I do a low/mid-range one, kind of lower mid-range PC, that I would definitely spend more in the long run by upgrading almost immediately after. So the other scary thing about going to PC is a lot more sim hardware is compatible, and you know, sometimes purchases at midnight on Amazon, or you know, when you're just browsing looking at things, they make a lot more sense then than they do in the middle of the day. So because I haven't had any issues with this TS-XW wheel, so eventually want to do direct drive, considering doing the Thrustmaster one just because then I can keep all my rims. But that's not going to be available to the US in March, and they have said they're going to release new wheels that have that new attachment system. Natively, you don't have to use a little adapter like you do on the old Thrustmaster wheels, and kind of want to see what those look like before I commit to that. Yeah, well, from what it sounds like, for ACC at least, the CPU is more important. It's a very CPU intensive game. Especially if you're not going to be running it at 4K, because I plan on using my current TV for a little while, which is a 4K 60 hertz TV, so I'm just going to max out settings at 4K, and as long as it's, or basically just do as good of visuals as I can where it's getting at least 60 FPS, and then I'll update to either an ultra wide or like an OLED TV later on. I've had this TV for almost, God, over 3 years now. It's pretty solid though. It's got eARC for the audio, I got VRR. So that's why I'm not really in a hurry to replace it. And I like having a kind of bigger screen in front of me.
car ahead in sector 1.
Alright, so we are gaining on first place. Someone has backed out. That is okay. Oh, what am I doing there? So Bulldozer got past David, so Bulldozer could start reeling us in. Look how close all the GT4s are, man. We are sticking together. I don't know if I'm wearing my tires or if I'm just getting just slacking. We're only 15 minutes into this race. I could get another 15 out of these tires. My pressures are not perfect, but they're also not low enough to cause an issue. Yeah, Dozer qualified first in quality. He's very quick in that Porsche. But and then the GT3s haven't even caught up to us yet. So Exilla has to do a stop and go. That's unfortunate. Just being in the pits. Pit board's kind of hard to see on this one. It's off to the right. You almost always expect it to be on the wall dividing the track, I think. But tire pressure pretty much. Is it not 27.2 for GT4s? That's what I usually try to aim for. It's the front right getting below 27 that I'm a tiny bit concerned about if it keeps dropping, but I'm just so glad the Alpine is usable on Xbox now, because when this pack first came out, this was the car I was most excited to use. 27.0, huh. Well, that is good to know, because now I can lower that for my pit stop. Although I must be knocking air out of the right side in that chicane. But I was so excited to drive the Alpine more than any of the other GT4 cars, because I like just real lightweight cars. It's kind of my kind of cars I like, light flickable cars, and so the Alpine in real life obviously is very light. And then it drove like complete shit when the pack came out. I was very disappointed. Good news is electric is not pulling away from us. It hasn't told me that we're falling behind the car in the front. But Dozer and David are definitely dropping back. I'm guessing just because of their battling. Got my pit limiter mapped to my wheel now. Started to do that manually. So there's less of accidentally hitting the gas too much right before the start finish line. It's a little more immersive as well. Tried it on the button box and it was too complicated to try to do it that way. Oh shit. He has some nice turbo sounds occasionally. Yeah, you get against this wall, and the car sounds good.
Losing time to the car in front.
There's that snarl at the top, but when you're not beside the wall, and now we're losing time to the car in front after I said we weren't. Alright, about 10 minutes till pit stop. I'm surprised. Well, not really surprised, but I guess I don't really know when, around what time the GT4 or GT3s will start lapping us. I'm pretty sure Electric, like, joined this event either, like, this morning or last night. Signed up on SimGrid. About to just come out here and win the whole thing. For the GT4 side, at least. Oh, we went in too quick. Shit, 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 shit. Oh, no. Well. That, not what I wanted to happen. Now the GT3s are here. Slow me down even more. Might make sense to just go ahead and pit. Get out of traffic, replace these tires.
Faster car is approaching.
It'll only be 8 minutes early. Yeah, I can tell at least some of my tires are flat spotted. We're gonna stay to the right and go to the pits. Alright, I think it was my left side, so I could probably go down like one at least. Alright, so we are no damage, so that's good. I think we'll be fine on fuel. But this way I'm not having to dive out of the way of GT3s. Is that enough fuel for 5 laps? Which, yeah, we should be fine on fuel. Alright, so this is all going to be about, hopefully,
Mandatory stop is not clear. Come on, let's go.
not getting involved in traffic.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Yeah, Max was quick. He qualified second place. He's really solid in that McLaren. Alright. So all the other drivers should start pitting in the next 6 or 7 minutes. About that time. We are down to 10 GT3s somehow though. But 24... Did people join late? Bulldozer must have disconnected. Or maybe he just went in the pits. Well, no, because he would have been ahead of me. Oh, that sucks. Somebody joined really late though, because we're... We have more people in here than we did, unless someone else lagged or disconnected and had to join back. But no, because we're at 25 people and only 11 GT4s. We were at 25 people and 12 GT4s, so we still did lose a GT4.
There's a car exiting pit lane.
Alright, JB's cleared his pits. He's right there.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Went a little wide there.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
We have 4 more tires than him, so we should have the advantage here. But yeah, I'm hoping avoiding GT3 traffic will be enough to help us gain some ground on these other GT4s. Going for the lead seems a little optimistic, but you never know. I'd like to finish top 3. We're in 10th right now. But again, we've pit. A bunch of others haven't. Once there's about 20 minutes left in the race, will really be the real indicator of where we are. I wish I hadn't spun it. I didn't mind going off track there, but I really wish I didn't spin it. We had to let so many cars by before we could pull back on the track safely. Whoop! Oh, no way. I think that's, that was electric. They just got a penalty there for speeding. Wow.
There's a car leaving the pit lane. Watch out. Car on the right.
You guys running wide there?
Clear on the right.
I read that. Maybe he's getting a nice draft from us. Got a brake late.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Whoa!
Car on
My
the
God.
left. Clear on the left.
You gotta always be prepared for stuff like that. Oh, he's trying to make up time because he got to stop and go earlier. Alright, hopefully he can get by on the next straight. Electric's back in the pits. Alright, yeah. Saudi should easily get past me here. Just got past the Camaro.
Right. Clear on the right.
Alright, we're about to hit the halfway point. More and more people should keep pitting. We've moved up to 8th. Got a little bit of a gap on JB, but it looks like the GT3s are going to start making their way through in a little bit.
Halfway through, keep pushing.
So Toyota's coming through with a Lamborghini.
Faster
God, I keep
car
missing.
approaching.
I
Watch
think
out.
he qualified in 4th. Alright, I was gonna give him the inside. I didn't really know what to do there.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Always just look at the draw where traffic ends up near you. God, a lot of people are getting stop and goes. Who's car 23? Don't know. Ooh, that KTM was bouncing in. He held it together though. Alright, Olafok. Get around him. Powder Giant. Oh, yeah, we're getting past a lot of people here in the pits.
Watch out.
The XD's coming out. Oh, JB coming in hot. It might be possible to get a podium. Doing a good time now, almost under 27. Or sorry, 07. JB is sticking with us. I mean, he's gaining all these places back just like we are. Yeah, as far as I know, he is still on controller. Definitely the quickest person on controller that I know of on our league. It's such an interesting game to drive on controller. Like the stuff I drove on a controller on Spa just to see how it was one time, and the stuff that is sketchy on a wheel is actually not on a controller. Interestingly, like Eau Rouge was so calm on a controller, but the stuff that you take for granted on a wheel, like making fine adjustments, that's what's really tricky with a controller. So when you're going side by side with another car around a corner and you're, you know, real close, that's the stuff that's trickier on a controller than a wheel. So the fact that me and JB have raced side by side through corners, I mean, we had really close race in Brands Hatch fairly recently, like stuff like that. That's what's real impressive about him being on controller, is you can race wheel to wheel with him without having to worry about coming into contact. Don't see any GT3s for a while. I also don't see, where are the GT4s ahead of me? There's a few in front of me that haven't pit yet. We're in third right now, so we might reel the top two in when they pit. This will be interesting. You see GT3 down there. RWR Lego. I believe he's in Australia, New Zealand, something like that. He was ready to join the drivers meeting at 1 something a.m. my time. which the driver's meeting was actually at 1 something p.m. my time. And he had time to go to sleep and wake up and back in time. Whoop. Alright, TWM Motors. Yeah, we got 26 people now. We either have people join late or people who weren't signed up that just are in the Discord and hopped in, I guess. Because registration was full on SimGrid. Although we're back to 12 GT4, so yeah, I have no idea. I'm not gonna worry about it, just gonna try to worry about catching the two ahead of us. Assuming they haven't pit yet still. Yeah, they still haven't pit. We've had so much clear air that there's no way we didn't start to gain something. Alright, RWR's coming. I'm hoping we have a good spot to let him by. It's not going to slow us down. There we go. Get by me, get by me, get by me before the turn. Come on! Yeah! Damn, I thought he was about to catch the grass or the dirt. Alright, so that was really beneficial for us. Anytime a GT3 gets by without us having to really see much. Ooh, Bree got a stop and go. I think he was in the lead. Alright, no one.
There's a car leaving the pit lane. Watch out.
It's a GT3. Those GT4s still have not pit.
Faster car behind you.
Got two GT3s right behind us. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I see you, McLaren.
Car on the left.
This is sketchy.
Clear on the left.
Oh! They're fighting for position too. Yeah. I kept seeing them like barely inching closer over on the radar. There's only so much room I can leave. When are these other GT4s gonna pit, man? Oh, alright, David's pit. I don't expect to pass him in the pits, but I do expect to be within decent battling range with him. Just because of how little I've had to really sacrifice speed to let traffic through. When that whole GT3 crowd came. Alright, he's still in the pits. He's coming out of the pits. He's right there. Oh, buddy.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
He's gonna have the inside, but he's gonna be on ice cold tires.
Clear on the right.
it still showing us as in third? We should be in second for GT4, I thought.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh, it just hasn't updated to us being ahead of him yet. So we gotta be through sector 1 first, and then it will update. Or maybe it does a whole lap, I have no idea. Whoa! There it goes. Alright. The win might actually be still on the table, even after a spin. Who is in first? Kipster. He's in a Porsche, which is very strong on this track. Let's blow off Allison's awesome. Oh, come on, tires. The thing is, though, in the last 10 minutes, we're going to be on some older tires compared to most others. Whoa! Also gotta hope we have enough fuel. I think we will, but you never know. If we get damaged and start getting a ton of aero drag, that hurts your fuel usage. When is Kipster gonna pit? Got a GT3 coming up behind us. David is not falling behind, so those last 10 minutes, he's got healthier tires. Those may be crucial. Audi got around him in a pretty convenient spot, so he didn't get slowed down too much, I don't think. Kind of nervous about this Audi right here. Oh, no, he's taking care. Let him go by.
Clear on the right.
Alright, a little over 15 minutes left. Oh, buddy. Still at the pit. David is sticking with us. Don't hit the dirt, that's what causes you to spin. We really gained some ground there. Might end up having to focus on defending second rather than going for first. Alright, Kipster's in the pits. It was a long stint. He's gonna have very fresh tires. Alright. Will we get past him in the pits? I think so. Yep. From a spin. Whoa. Back up to first. Alpine. You are a beauty. It just took you like a year to be turned useful on Xbox. Alright, so now we just gotta focus on holding it. Alright, driving well, driving well. Oops, someone speeding in the pit lane. It's got so many people out. I wonder if someone hit the sign. If someone hit the sign, you pretty much have to do that on purpose. It's so far over to the right. But I think sometimes it's just hard to see. A lot of times, forget to practice a pit stop before a race. We've done that before. Forget where the pit speed limit sign is.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Well done, mate. Personal best.
Alright, another 13 seconds for another GT3. Ooh, Rory, you're closing in quick. Maro's trying to get out of the way. Oh, oh, oh. It's a pretty sketchy corner, even if you're all in the same class. See that Mercedes closer in the rear view than he was. Come on, Alpine, 11 minutes. Oh, we definitely got enough fuel. Alright. I'm not worried about fuel anymore. Am, however, worried about my bladder. I got to pee. Ooh, someone got a track limit drive-through. That's interesting. Guarantee you it was a turn. What is it, turn 4, turn 5? It's the easiest spot to get them. I don't see who the drive-thru is. So that corner is very important, setting up acceleration on the straightaway. It's the lightest the car's been. Since we had to pit early. Nice. Are they all generally just gonna... It was a 2-hour race, right? So are they all just gonna switch right around the 1 hour mark, basically?
Faster car is approaching. Watch out.
ROP coming up behind us. This is a very inconvenient spot for him to get right on my tail. I don't think he's gonna be able to get past me before this corner.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Nicely done, nicely done. Yeah, give me a draft. Let's go. Ooh, David dropped back a decent amount there. Yeah, that was actually my biggest concern because I think the actual spectator slots count toward the driver slots, unless that's technically what these connected players are in. Maybe that changed with the latest update, but it is awesome to see. Until they patch it away. Completely on accident. Just like they added it completely on accident. Alright, a little over 5 minutes. We're gonna have a lot of GT3s coming through at the end, so this could make or break our lead depending on when they get beside us. Max Charb in the lead. I wish I had a horn. When he was going past me, I'd congratulate him with the horn. I don't have lights flash, so I guess I can just spam the turning lights on and off button. Yeah, he got a stop and go for speeding in the pits. I'm wondering if someone took out the board, because there were a few people that got it, but at the same time, you may have already told me this, is it on PC very sensitive? Like if you're going 1 or 2 miles an hour over, it gives you penalties now going into the pits. If I swerve close to him, is it? Yeah.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
Just do a congratulatory, you know, side to side as he's coming up on me. There he is. Max Charb, always with a good-looking livery.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car is approaching.
Ooh, Tough Squirrel's right on him. Yeah, I'm
Car on the
gonna
right.
let them
Clear on the right.
battle it out. I feel like Tough Squirrel was catching him. This might be... Yeah, he had a decent gap. I don't know if Tough Squirrel was catching up or if he lost some time passing David behind me. But the fact that they're down to like the last 2 laps and
The faster car is approaching.
within a second apart is pretty wild. I mean, me and David are close. I feel like he's getting the worst timing though. He just had to stay on the outside of that hairpin. I think David would be closer to me if... God, yeah, now the last lap we're going to have GT3s just diving up on the inside. And this, I mean, I could get screwed over just on a certain corner based on how it is and how quickly the GT3 catches me, where David reels me back in. See, right here is perfect, so McLaren can just stay to the right, get past me on the straight with his extra speed, brake on the inside. Well, actually, I kind of have to stay wide here. I think he was going to let me take the inside line, but...
Clear on the right. Car on the
McLaren,
right.
you gotta be faster than that, man.
Clear on the right.
See what I mean? I technically could have held the inside line, but... less than 2 minutes left. I'm not trying to risk an incident. Alright, Max has pulled a little bit of a lead out again. Cautious GT3 drivers. Honestly, that would be me. I feel like my number one goal in any race is to just avoid any incidents, so sometimes... sometimes I'll drive a little overly cautious. But I always like to do the GT4s in the multi-class because I don't get to drive GT4s that much.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Oh, we got a Lambo come through.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You gotta be extra careful here. Good lord, GT3s.
Car on the right.
They really do
Clear on the
stick
right.
together, huh?
Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the right.
So fun fact, that Legends
Clear on the
guy,
right.
I already said it in the beginning of the stream, dude's had this game for a week. And is in 4th in the GT3 race. He's raced other racing games and leagues and stuff, but first ACC league race. And he just got a wheel a week ago. So that dude has potential. Whoa! NSX, you're getting a little aggressive on me, bud. Alright, he's backing out. And that's the thing, I mean, I guess he's in 25. I think he joined late, but that's the thing that sucks for them too, is
Car on the right. Clear on
you know,
the
if he
right.
was fighting for position there, he has to slow down to leave me my line. So it's really, that's half the challenge of the multi-class, is doing your race but staying respectful to everyone else. Yeah, he bought the game a week ago. I was super concerned at first too, because he joined as a reserve, and then someone backed out, so there's a spot open. So I messaged him and said, hey, you got a guaranteed spot now. And he was like, oh, just FYI, I've had the game less than a week and just got a wheel. And I was like, how the hell did this guy already find SimGrid? But it turns out him and JB Racer used to race on F1 leagues together, so.
P1, excellent job.
All right, from a spin, P1 and GT4. I can be happy about that. Did Max hold out the win? Snag. In progress pictures, just to make sure we get everybody. Now, this can always change, but and I have the server dumping a log file, so hopefully that captures everything too. So it looks like the mid pack just has to finish. Feel bad for Bulldozer, man. He got disconnected or something. He was up there with us. 33 and 13. Are they fight? They're fighting for position. They are fighting for position. I think they're the last two to finish. I could be wrong. God, they were close. Oh, is it not going to let me? Oh, I got to return to garage. There we go. All right. So that should get everyone. All right. Told everyone to wait until it transitions to practice, which it looks like everyone's doing. So thank you, people, for following instructions. God, listen up a second. Big congrats to Max, man. Tough scrolling setup. And again, big congrats to Legends being in the game a week. Bree with the fastest lap. He pulled up, he got a stop and go, and he ended up coming in 6th, so that's pretty awesome. DX ended up getting 3rd. JB moved up to 4th. Nicely done. God, look at that. 2 tenths behind. Feel really bad for Electric Eck getting a stop and go. And again, Bulldozer for disconnecting. That really sucks. Yeah, I'm guessing some of these guys. I know Axilla got like 2 penalties, so that might be why he was down. Onus, I think, joined late. And then TW. I don't know if he got disconnected or what. But, alright, that event went pretty successful. I always get nervous with multi-class, the one-off events, because it,
Green light, go, go, go.
you get people joining that aren't on Box 3 normally, or this is their first time, so I don't know how they're, how they race. I'm trying to get even GT3, GT4 signups, and hoping people know how to race multi-class, and hoping they do the qualifying thing right. But seemed to go very well. So glad that's the case. So as far as Box 3 goes, our next GT3 season starts next Saturday. We're at Mazzano for, I think, another hour-long race. I'll be in the new Audi GT3. Yeah, multi-class racing. It's what's interesting, TG, is I was expecting Nurburgring to be sketchier than Silverstone, because Silverstone's such a wide track. But I had way less. I only had one really sketchy moment on this track, and I didn't see many yellow flags from where people were getting in accidents. So people seem to race well. And yeah, WRX Wing, same man. I think season 6 signups are full, but there are some reserve spots open. I doubt we'll have 30 people every single race. That never happens. So once you get everything set up, feel free to sign up for that and be a reserve. And you know, every 3 races, like if you're a reserve and you attend 3 races in a row, and someone who was signed up doesn't attend any of those 3, I tend to swap people. So, yeah, thanks, TXC. That luckily I had no damage from the spin, and I hadn't pit yet, so I was able to really just pit. It was right before all the GT3 cars came through, so I didn't have to repair damage, didn't have to worry about damage, just put on new tires. It was only 8 minutes early on my pit stop, and then I got to avoid all the GT3 traffic. So I think that actually, not that the spin helped me, but I think it gave me an option. The circumstances happened where I had the best chance of recovery as I could get. And then Electric got a penalty, so kind of got handed his position, and then Dozer disconnected and had to rejoin. So unfortunate for those 2 guys. But glad they stayed in the race despite those things. But yeah, so Box 3 Season 6 starts this coming Saturday, next Saturday. That's 7 races. Stream-wise, I have tomorrow night is it a preseason race? Or I think it's the start of the season. Yeah, the preseason race was last week with I'm already forgetting GTMR, GT Meisters Racing, just a North American GT3 league on Sunday nights. So that starts 7 p.m. my time, which is Eastern. And then Monday nights are the IXR North American League. So those 2 streams are coming up over the next 2 days. Still do Dirt Rally stream sometime in the middle of the week, but as of right now, my weeks are kind of clear, and I'll be streaming pretty much Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then a Dirt Rally stream sometime in the week. Yeah, GT3 Trevor really caught me out. Then you and David were the same piece. Yeah, David. Honestly, David was keeping up with me. He was in the second me. I think he may have made like one mistake where he dipped into the dirt or something, but for the most part, it looked like he was just getting screwed. It's not anybody's fault, but just where the GT3 cars were making their way past him would be in a very inconvenient spot for him, and then that same GT3 car would be able to pass me on a straight. So that kind of really everything just worked out in my favor, to be honest. Like I drove cleanly besides that one spin, and then basically, you know, it's like when you are on your way to work and every single light hits green and you get there, you know, 10 minutes early. It's just like, oh, wasn't expecting that to happen. But yeah, glad to see we had a good variety of GT4s and GT3s. But how was the BMW? You did the BMW GT4, right, DXC? BMW GT4 is loud as hell. Sounds a lot better than the GT3 one. Switch over. But yeah, I don't think we had any issues. I'll have to go back and look at the Discord, but yeah, thanks to everybody who showed up and raced. I think we had 30 signups. I know one had to back out, so he had an emergency come up. But we had 25 people in the end show up. I think 26 actually. I think we had one person back out and one person join late. But yeah, ended up being a good event. So try to do, you know, until I move to PC, I'm gonna try to do special events like this in between the normal GT3 seasons of Box 3. This one was intended to be done in December, but with the issues that the game was having, we had to push it back. So, but glad everyone remained interested. But yeah, I don't know what we'll do for the next. What's up? 2062. Damn, that's really quick. There's a handful, very stiff, and had to work the wheel to get the turn in. Yeah, I know I've driven it before. It's not my favorite GT4. It's not my least favorite though. I forget what it was I didn't like about it. It may have been the turn in. But again, all that I really haven't driven many GT4s since 1.8. Like I used to love the Ginetta, and I drove the Ginetta, and it drove okay. But I was the second faster the third lap I did in the Alpine on this track, so I decided to go with it, especially because I hadn't been able to use it since or until 1.8. Yeah, 206 is quick. I wish it showed fastest GT3 and fastest GT4 lap, because that's probably up there. Oh yeah, and I forgot you're in GTMR too. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night as well. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the stream. Once again, thanks to everybody who tuned in to watch. Thanks to everybody who tuned in to race. Got some new faces to Box3, which is always nice to see. And again, like I said, after this next GT3 season, as long as I haven't moved to PC by then, the graphics card situation is just a mess right now. So, and that game on Xbox is functioning the best it's ever had, so I'm not in a rush to move to PC. It's just kind of a long-term goal, and it's getting about that time. But so we'll do another special event after Season 6. Might do, you know, multi-class race, but do Porsche Cup cars and M2s. Or maybe just do a Porsche Cup race, or maybe we'll do an endurance race. I don't know. We'll possibly put it up to a vote midway through the season. We'll see, but we've done 2 multi-class events now, so I don't want to switch up. Unless I'll put up to a vote, people may just want to stick with multi-class. It's very rare you get to do these on console. I know IXR had one league which I was a part of, but being on it's Friday afternoon my time, so you know, not the best days for everyone from all time zones to be able to race together. So that's why I try to do these as just one-off events. But yeah, love the Alpine. I'm surprised we got the win in the end. I was hoping for a top 3 after the spin. Not getting damage just really helped. Those are disconnecting, and electric getting stop and goes. You can't ignore that either. But yeah, so I think that's gonna do it for me today. Hope you tune in tomorrow night, Monday night for the streams, and I will catch you all next time. Peace.